Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's my favorite day of the week, New Comic Wednesday. It's May 12th, 2021. I'm Tony Varela. This is my co-host Yogi Yogs, and you're watching Comic TV. We're going to show you about all of today's hottest comics and variant covers. I'm going to show you some incentive comics I got in the mail and some key issues I got out on the hunt. So let's do this. You ready to do this, Yogs? All right, little buddy. So right out the gate, let's start out with Marvel today. We got Guardians of the Galaxy number 14. We got Al Ewing from Immortal Hulk doing the writing on this title. We got Ron Ferrighieri doing the art inside. Pretty nice job on the art. But man, this Brett Booth cover right here, ooh-wee, that Brett Booth cover is super nice. We're gonna get Dr. Doom gonna join the ranks of Guardians of the Galaxy in this issue. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna show off some muscle first. Next up, we've got Heroes Reborn number 2. Now, I'm not a big fan of Ed McGuinness, who penciled the last issue. Jason Aaron is doing the writing on 2 stories that we have in this book. Dale Keown is doing the penciling on the first one, and Ed McGuinness is doing the last issue. I decided to get the John Tyler Christopher cover, and that one is really nice. That's Power Princess right there, an obvious copy of Wonder Woman. And let's see, what else do we got in there? We're going to have Hyperion facing off against the Hulk and Ultron and a whole bunch of others. So get ready for that. Next up, I really like this book right here, and that is Spider-Man Spider's Shadow, written by the great Chip Zdarsky. If you're reading Daredevil, you're definitely loving his work over there, because that title has been great so far. We got Pascal Ferry doing the art, and we got a Phil Noto cover to boot. But what we also got is a Spider-Man just going ham on people in this book. So really, really cool. If you're tired of the mild-mannered Peter Parker, well, you're definitely going to get your fill right here of Bad Boy Peter Parker. Bad Boy Peter Parker hangs out with straight-up Steve Rogers. Right, Yogs? Oh, man. A lot of good books today. Just stayed close to my budget. I popped it a little bit, but I got some issues there that didn't have anything to do with New Comic Day. I'll show you. We got High Republic number 5. We got Kayvon Scott doing the writing on this. Ario Arendito is doing the pencils on this book. We got Phil Noto again doing another cover for us. There is a 1 in 25 Bernard Chang variant I have in the mail, so hopefully I'll be able to show you that pretty soon. I didn't know if there was any key things going on in this book, but on that cover they were all fighting a Rancor, and it was pretty cool, and I found it at a good price. So from Image, we got Geiger number 2, a super hot title. That's written by Geoff Johns. We got Gary Frank doing the interior arts and cover, and this is the cover A, and this book was pretty nice. There's been other new titles that jazz me up a little bit more than this one, like Noctera for one, but definitely a nice new entry from Image. Title I normally boycott. Man, this title has done me wrong several times, but people swear by it, and it keeps flying off the shelves. We got Ice Cream Man number 24, written by Maxwell Prince. We got Martin Morazzo doing the interior arts, and Tiffany Terrell is the one that won me over with this crazy looking cover. I don't know, it looked cool, but then I got to looking at it, and I'm like, what is that, a graveyard or not? What is this, some kind of demonic ice cream cone? I don't know, but it was kind of cool, but I don't know why. Next up, I really like this title. Gilliam March is doing the writing, the art, and the cover on this book, and kind of some tense subject matter, but very interesting, very cool premise. A lot of things in comics have been done over and over, so it's nice to have some new ideas out there, and it doesn't hurt to have a naked lady flying around the whole time either. So I heard this book takes a little bit more of a morose tone, so we'll see. Despite the subject matter, the past issues were a little bit whimsical. So Time Before Time number 1, another new title, written and drawn by Declan Shalvey. Not a huge fan of his art style, but very stylistic, so it may be just the right thing for some. I didn't want to miss out on a new title, and I got a friend over at CGC that was asking me to hold him a copy of this title, so maybe he knows something I don't. So definitely a knowledgeable dude over there, Sterling Gadd. Shout out to you, brother. So Sterling gives me a tip. I usually follow it, and I hope that one pans out. From Bad Idea, a really tough book to get, we got Caligula's Safe. Actually, it's a little bit more than that. We got Hank Howard's Pizza Detectives in Caligula's Safe. So this is a really weird book. First of all, you can only order as many as you got of ENIAC #1 or Truckers #1, and you had to sell them all today. Whatever you didn't sell, you were supposed to send back, which is really odd too. And what's even more odd when you look inside this book, which is written by Robert Venditti, and David LaFamme is doing the art on this book. The book here is only about 6 pages long, and then when you open up inside, you get another story by Matt Kent and Thomas Biorello, which looks really cool. And it's called Save Now. So there's actually, it looks like an advertisement for another book, but the advertisement is actually longer than the book that it is in. Did you get that, Yogi? I don't know if that made sense. Anyways, so I'm sure there's a lot of butthurt people out there not being able to get this book, but the story that it's advertising looks really cool. The story that it is doesn't look cool at all. Next up, we got Batman Detective. We got Tom Taylor, really great writer. Love his writing skills. Andy Kubert is doing the art, kind of similar to Capullo. Really, really good stuff. So I enjoyed the hell out of issue 1. Can't wait to get into that one. Now, this is really the kind of book that I really hate. And, you know, these you got these books. They're just a bunch of different writers and artists hodgepodge together, and the stories end up being very forgettable and being very tough reads. So yeah, I'm not excited about this one. And looking through it, there was not really any art of note that I noticed that was worth pointing out. So man, it's kind of a missed opportunity. It's a DC Festival of Heroes, supposed to be highlighting Asian heroes, and I'm not sure if some of these artists are of Asian descent or writers are of Asian descent, but man, when you got people floating out there like David Nakayama, Ji-Hyung Lee, Jung Young Yoon, Jim Lee, Kunka Lim, Jay Lee, Philip Tan, just off the top of my head, man, you could have really banged out some dope art. They did give us this sweet Stanley Art Germ Lau homage to that Batwoman issue he did. But it's a nice cover, but I've seen better, and the original is definitely better than the homage. Oh, before I forget, we are going to get the first appearance of a character called the Monkey Prince, and there is a 1 in 25 Bernard Chang variant, who also did the variant for High Republic. Anyway, I digress. That design variant of the Monkey Prince is going for 2 to 3 times ratio, so if you see that one down at your comic store, you might pick it up. The character looks somewhat cool. I don't know. He's modeled after a Chinese monkey god, and definitely got some power. He had to save Shazam, and has had a lot of big smack talk for him too. So might be something you're interested in or should check out. Some other things that came out today that I was not able to obtain: Department of Truth, the 5th printing. Not only the 5th printing sought after, but the Lee Harvey secret variant. And it is just like the #1 secret variant that I've shown you in the past. So I went ahead and ordered that one on the eBay. I'll be able to show it to you in the future. So if you can find that one, or you see that one, and you might even, maybe your comic shop is not apprised of there being a secret variant, you might be able to find it on the shelf. I didn't even hear about it until late last night, and I'm always watching things on the eBay. Gotham #1, Yasmin Putri had a nice cover A, and there's a first appearance of a character called the Warmonger. Didn't seem like something I was interested in. Wonder Woman 772 had a Joshua Middleton cover that looked really kind of weak for Joshua Middleton, but there was a appearance of a dark Wonder Woman character. Thumbing through that, she was only in it for a few panels, so it was kind of a wasted opportunity, I thought. Anyways, before I go too far into that, for the last issue of today's new comic day, don't go anywhere, I got some more issues to show you, but we have The Joker, really, really cool book right now. James Tynion, of course, writing it, who is awesome. We got Gilliam March doing the interior arts and cover A. I really like the cover B. This Gary Frank cover is super, super nice. And I also had to pick up this cover C. Actually, I had to pick up two of these cover C by David Finch of the Joker card. Really, really cool variants. And we're going to get the first appearance, first full appearance of Bane's daughter, Vengeance. So in costume as well. So that's really cool. So because of that, I wanted to go ahead and keep on grabbing those Riccardo Federici 1 in 25 variants. I've gotten all of them so far, and I hope to continue on until they're finished, and I hope they finish soon because they're expensive. And one of the main reasons I've had a hard time staying under budget is because of these god dang Federici variants, Yogi. So just a couple keys I picked out on the hunt you might be able to find in the cheap bin that are probably going to go up in value later on. G.I. Joe and the Transformers, it's their first meeting, and I'm almost positive we're going to see those two franchises meet in film. We got Avengers West Coast 56, and I got this for $1.50. And that's the first appearance of the Dark Scarlet Witch, which looked like we were getting a version of her at the end of the last Scarlet and Vision series. And I picked this one up today for $25, and this one's really hot right now. Star Wars Episode 1, Issue 3 of 4. That's the photo variant of Darth Maul. Love me some Darth Maul, and I really, really hope he makes a reappearance in the Mandalorian in the near future. Now, don't go nowhere because I got a key to show you that is just, oh man, it's a grail. It's a real beauty. This one I got at Dark Side Comics on their claim sale. Now I want to tell you, if you go and follow them on Facebook, they have a claim sale and you can find some really nice deals on that. I got this X-Men 129 for $25, and this book is really, really hot. First appearance of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost, and a cameo of the Hellfire Club, which is really, really cool stuff. This book is hotter than Hellfire right now, so I was super stoked to get it at such a good price. And I was able to get this amazing Spider-Man 252 for $55. Really nice high-grade book. Definitely not a 9.8, but definitely a nice copy. First black Spider-Man suit. Really nice homage of Amazing Fantasy 15. So I got that one for $55. So go over to Facebook, follow Dark Side Comics and Games here in Sarasota, and check out their claim sale. And they'll go through today's books, and they'll give some little reviews on things that they think you might want to pick up as well. So Paul's our comic guy over there. He does a really great job. So be sure and hit them up. And if you heard about him on ComicTV, please let him know. And give me a little extra swag around the comic shop. So this is Port of Earth, and they had the artist, oh, what's his name, Andrea Moody. He's the artist. He also does the New York murder ski mask Jason guy. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on that title right now, but it's really hot. But anyway, they got that signed for me. He was a guest appearance on their show, Wednesday show 1 week, so that was really cool. So I picked this one up in the mail. That's the 1 in 100 King in Black variant by Brian Horley. Really love his style. Very similar to a childhood favorite artist of mine named Simon Bisley, and you may remember him from that Lobo miniseries. Super sick art style. Now this is Kyu Young Im, and I'm probably destroying that name, but he's got such a weird, crazy style. I've been picking his variants up whenever I can afford them, but it's a little bit pricey, I gotta say. And next up, from KRS Comics. Ooh wee, look at this. That's an homage to Miles Morales 1 by Kari Andrews. That, of course, is drawn by the great Mike Mayhew. Really, really good stuff. And he's been doing some sweet, sweet variants for KRS Comics. And if you use their Lord of the Long Box code, you can get 15% off. So that's LOTLB, Lords of the Long Box. And if you ever want to check out their channel, you should, because there's a lot of great information. Those guys are very, very entertaining. I picked up 2 of those books, and I also picked up a Boba Fett, the War of the Bounty Hunters variant that Mike Mayhew put out today. I just grabbed it recently, so there's probably some still available, and if you can use that Lords of the Long Box code, you can get 15% off. So check that out before they sell out, because it's really dope. And lastly, man, this is a book I've been trying to get for a long time, and this book came from Singapore, and the bid ended early in the morning, around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I got lucky, and I got it for just a little bit over $300. And it's got a few issues. It definitely needs a press, and there's a couple little color break smudges on the back. But man, this is not a book I would normally be able to afford. Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1, 1 in 100 variant by Hyung Lee. Happy birthday to me. I'm turning 50 soon, so I wanted to splurge a little bit on myself. I've been working hard. So, hey, everybody out there that's back to work, man, good on you. You know, you that are sucking on that unemployment titty when you could go back to work, shame on you. Get back to work. Come on, people. If I can work a 9 to 5, you can. And over here in Florida, we've been open for a long time. So if you're not open, tell your representatives, come on. I don't understand what they're waiting on. Florida should have it worse than anybody. We got the most old people. We got the most tourists. Come on, you know. Anyway, hey, tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife where to see all the hottest comics and variant covers every Wednesday. Please look down and hit that like and subscribe button for me, and we'll see you next time.